I'm Dr. Justin Baker, one part of the whole team here at Trinity Sports Medicine Performance Center. We're very excited to offer you specialized and unique options for both your orthopedic injuries and wellness treatment.
If you're hurt, go see Dr. Baker at Trinity Sports Medicine.
When you're injured, you need a team of professionals who can get you back to your game. At Trinity Sports Medicine and Performance Center, Dr. Scarpone, Snell, and Orlowski are committed to treating you effectively so you can return quickly and safely back to the activities you enjoy. Trinity Sports Medicine.
See, when we started this thing, there was 3 fat guys doing this. Now there's a skinny guy and a semi-fat guy doing this. You're the skinny guy.
But are you the semi-fat?
I'm the semi-fat guy. I've lost 40 pounds, so, you know.
Maybe in your head.
No, see, that's
still
exactly. Hey, you know what season it is? Any idea what season it is?
Baseball season.
It is the FedEx Cup Tour playoffs on the PGA Tour. That's what season
Jason
it is.
Day.
Jason all day long. He's really good. Pirates.
Yeah. The Pirates can win 100 games and still finish second. It'll be the best season in Pirates history almost, and they'll still
finish second.
Playing the wild card game.
Football? Is it football going on?
I think so.
Rumor has it.
Yeah, I've been to some football games already.
You know what? You know what the other kind of season is right now? It's the season to make Mike McElwain cringe. See that right there?
That's why we do this.
See the behind the camera? See that right there?
We need camera 2 to get a shot of this.
That's what my mom used to look like when I would do stuff when I was 17 years old.
17?
She'd just hide her head and go, that's...
Well, it's basically you and your son now.
Oh, yeah, ain't that the truth? That's basically, yeah. High school football week 2.
Oh, wait, what's your name? We didn't...
Oh, Mike Mathison, Matthew Peaslee.
Okay. Just in case they forgot.
Just in case. Dumb and Dumber, Beavis and Butthead, whatever you want to go with. It doesn't matter to us whatsoever. Although, rumor has it, I'm too affable, so... From what I understand. Affable. Or affable, as it was said, but what's going on?
Maybe that dictionary idea wasn't.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Gridiron 2015. It's really good stuff. He did a lot of work. I laid it out. So he did all the heavy stuff. A lot of thanks to sports staffs, Aaron Petchel, Ralph Cox, Ed Lumen, Matthew Peaslee, Intel, Times Leader, Action Images, Nubro Photo.
And Mike McElwain.
And Michael McElwain, the Gridiron Czar with a T. That's Czar with a T.
Tazar.
Not CZ, as Tazar. Speaking of good stuff, week 2, Steubenville Big Red hosting Clarksville Clinton Massey, who are the 2012-2013 Division IV state champs. Steubenville Big Red is the 2013-2014 Division IV state semifinalists. This won't be any good, will it?
It'll be very good. It was a good opening week last week for Big Red on Thursday night. A lot of people out at Harding Stadium and took care of business against Cleveland JFK, did what they wanted to do, and it wasn't a game at all. They had the running clock in the second half, and just a good tune-up for this huge game.
It's a really good tune-up. You got every kid in the game, and you kind of got the young kids used to what Friday night is at Harding Stadium, and man, and you bring in a team that's just flat good. You know how and Clinton Massey, people talk every year about who Steubenville's got to get through in the regional championship.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much every year down there, it's Clinton Massey or Kittering Archbishop Alter.
Yeah. And on our side, it's Mooney.
It's Mooney,
up top, and
right?
Steubenville
Big Red, exactly.
Mooney or Benedictine, so it's
Yeah, this is. I would expect standing room only. I would expect this to be just some good fashioned slobber knocking, as they say.
Yeah. Clinton Massey comes in after a big win also, beating Blanchester 51-7.
So they had the running clock in the second half also.
Right. So I bet Big Red and Clinton Massey both looked at that first week game as kind of their tune-up for this huge game. Everybody in the state's going to be watching this. You got our side of Ohio, their side near Cincinnati, and it's major implications here in week 2.
I know it's just a great way to start the football season. I mean, it's just good stuff, really, really good stuff. Big Red's defense will obviously be tested, as will Clinton Massey's defense. You expect just you would expect like a 7-6 ball game. I mean, that's how good I think both defenses are. Obviously, you're not going to get a 7-6 ball game.
Yeah,
But
neither team's putting up 50 like they did.
No,
the week
you're right.
before.
Neither team's putting up 50. Another good game week 2 is at Jimmy Carey Stadium. Harrison Central goes there to take on the Weir High Red Riders. Last year was a 14-12. You were at the game last year, weren't you?
Yep. Well,
in Cadiz, a little late goal line stand.
Yep. Back to back. Weir had 3 or 4 chances to punch it inside the 5-yard line, but tough defense by Harrison Central. A little confusion there at the end for both teams. But I just remember Coach Kropka at the end of that saying, "Wow, Weir has definitely improved, and both teams have improved from last year going into this year." So it's another week 2 battle, 2 really good teams, and at this point, I say it's a toss-up almost. You got 2 good running backs, Cam Davis for Weir, Travis Stenson for Harrison Central. So the key is going to be stopping those 2 if you can. Cam Davis went over for 100 yards last week, and Travis Stenson had over 100 yards, broke a 65-yard touchdown run too in Harrison Central's first game against Claymont, where they handled them pretty easily too.
Yeah, 39-6 was pretty simple.
I think both teams going to have to cut down on penalties. We had a lot of penalties against Glen in their first week, but if both teams can clean up their mistakes from week 1, this is going to be a really good.
And I think these are teams that are mirror images of one another. They both have a lot of good athletes all over the field. They both are strong up front. Both have good quarterbacks. Both one-year quarterbacks because. This is Jake Whipsack's first year as a starting quarterback at Weir High.
Brandon Mitchell got some experience last year because Harrison
they
Central
had
had so many injuries, but
he was taught to play quarterback in 3 days, as Kropka says.
Right?
Yeah. So
they had a good breakout game against Claymont in week 1. So and Jake had a good game too because Weir was able to take care of business early and hold on at the end.
This game has seen a little bit because I remember these teams playing 5-ish years ago at the old Jimmy Carey. That went into double overtime. And I know Krop remembers that game. It was just it was hard to gain a yard. I mean, I think it was 34-34, something along those lines. But late in the game, no one could gain an inch. I mean, just defenses got nasty. So just going to be a really good football game up at the Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Should be nice and hot for everybody, thankfully. Yeah, just brutally hot. So what do you think of Jordan Spieth's chances in the FedEx Cup? Any good? Rumor has he's kind of a good player.
He's a pretty good first pitch thrower. He's been throwing out the first pitch at 2 different major league games.
Did you know he was a lefty?
No. He throws lefty.
He throws lefty.
Yeah.
He's a lefty. He throws lefty, bats right. Bats righty. Here you go.
He can come in and relieve Joaquim Soria in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Pirates, too.
Oh, my goodness. Who else we got? Bridgeport coming to Toronto. Toronto come up with a nice win over Wellsville. Bridgeport lost to Valley. Everyone knows how good Toronto is, and as typical Coach Meek is week by week and get their business done. And this is a game that I don't think it should be much problem for the Red Knights.
Yeah, Toronto obviously beat Wellsville pretty good last week. Got 2 touchdowns early, held on at the end. They didn't get too creative in the second half with their offense. They just ran what they needed to do to get out with a win. Probably the same thing ends up happening this week with Bridgeport, but the way their offense runs with Blaze Glen and
Blaine Rawson and Drew Lowry and
Danny Zadinek.
Zadinek was all over the field. Seriously, Cody King, Max Tice, those guys were all over the field. Drew Lowry, jeez.
I think Wells in the first half alone, Wellsville only had like 25 yards because the defense.
Well, Wellsville had 3 big plays: the quarterback draw, then the touchdown pass, and then that 25-yard run out of the Wildcat.
Yep.
But other than that, Toronto's defense was just nasty. Yep. Just nasty.
They're fast, too.
They are. They were all over the field.
Ty West has that interception, and Ty West had a kickoff
return that was called back because of block bills.
So they were able to unleash their speed, and I'm sure they'll do that again this week.
Yeah, I would pretty much have to agree with that. Carrollton goes to Edison. Carrollton coming off a 30-20 loss to St. C, which they had St. C a long time. Edison dropped a 27-20 game at Liverpool. Edison's had a hard time playing with Carrollton in the past years, and it's not going to be any fun Friday night, I don't think. Late
touchdown, 8 points by East Liverpool in the fourth quarter there in that game to get past Edison. So I'm sure they wanted to hold it. Obviously, they wanted to hold on for a win there, but just didn't pan out. They want to give Carrollton their best shot. Joey Nave looks decent at quarterback.
Yeah.
Throws the ball pretty well.
I think Glen had all 3 touchdowns for Edison.
So they got weapons to score some points. They're just going to have to do it early against Carrollton.
Yeah, I agree. Union Local goes to Buckeye. Both teams are 0-1. Buckeye lost to Ferry 60-7. UL lost to Monroe Central 21-16. and have the thing late. Buckeyes got to find a way to withstand any early things by UL and keep themselves in the ball game, and this could be a good ball game at the end.
Yeah, Buckeyes probably came in with better expectations against Martins Ferry. They're an improved.
Well, it's a rivalry game.
Right.
That game's always been a good rivalry game. It just, I think, got out of the way early. And
they didn't score until their last possession when time expired in the fourth quarter. So they're gonna have to make a statement early and try to get something going on offense early on against Union Local.
Brooke's going to Morgantown. Brooke had Huntington in the crosshairs, so to speak, and up 13-10 with the ball with about 6 minutes to go in the game. Unfortunate fumble. Huntington recovers it, goes in with 3 minutes to go in the game, and then holds on to win. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Brooke's way better than people think. They have talent, obviously a lot of talent all over the field, and I don't know if it's going to be another 3-7 year, but people cannot sleep on this Brooke football team. They just cannot.
Got to clean some things up on offense. They had that fumble. They lost 3 fumbles total in the game, too.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over.
When you have weapons like Thomas Cole and Nathan Green to get the ball to.
And Justin Lawfrey coming out of the backfield. I thought Cody Essen, when I was there, did a nice job at quarterback. He scored to make it 13-10 in the third quarter on a busted play where he fumbled the snap. There was a shotgun, picked it up, and had a couple 3-4 jukes and went in for the score. Really nice play on his part. I think Brooke's going to be, like I said, I think just going to be much better than people think. Indian Creek goes to Liverpool. Indian Creek is off a 20-0 win at Cambridge. Obviously, Liverpool's off the 27-20 home win against Edison. It's pretty funny the fact that Creek scored 20 in the first quarter, then didn't score again. Yeah. And you know what? They didn't have to. Right?
Yeah, just
if the other team doesn't score, rumor has it you're still going to win.
Yep. And their offense did what they needed to, got done early, and they didn't need to get creative after that.
No, you're up 20-0 after the first quarter, and on 3 completely different plays. You had a little short pass from Greg Wade to Devin Eckel. Then you had Chris Major throw a pick, and then I guess Robert Coppa came from behind, did the strip drill, and Chris Major picked it up and went 75 for a touchdown. Yep. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And they got a nice 3-quarterback system going on.
And then Jabari Taylor went 65 to Greg Wade or something along those lines. Yeah. And so there's your 3 touchdowns. And then let's face it, after that, you go into scrimmage mode, man. Mm-hmm. Dive left, dive right, pitch left, pitch right, a couple of screens here and there, and let your defense do his job. And and Creek's defense is good again.
There's 9 weeks to play. Why risk anything early on when you know the wins in hand?
20-0 is fine. You get your kids in, get some other kids in who need some first year experience, and go about business.
Yep, I like what we see out of Greg Wade, Major, and Jabari Taylor. No matter where they are on the field, whether they're taking a snap, lined up at wide out, running the ball up the middle, all 3 are special players.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be an interesting Creek team to watch. Saturday afternoon, Madonna goes to Tuskegee Central Catholic. Tuskegee's coming off a 55-0 loss to Lisbon David Anderson, so you really don't know what that means.
Yeah,
they lost a lot of seniors. Tuskegee was a playoff team last year. In the state of Ohio, and Madonna's coming off a 22-7 loss to Donahue, which Donahue scored all 22 in the second half. So this could be, who knows? I know it's going to be really hot there. It's 1:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. Yeah.
Luckily, it's been hot all this week for people to practice in. So they get some experience.
They'll allegedly get used to it.
And they've done it all summer, even though it got hot later in the summer there in August just in time for 2-a-days.
Just in perfect time for 2-a-days.
But Madonna had 4 fumbles there against Bishop Donahue that hurt them.
You can't turn
they almost outgained Bishop Donahue yards wise, but a lot of penalties hurt them too.
Yeah, and then the last game is Saturday night, Oakland and Steubenville Catholic Central. Both teams 0-1. Both teams off different games. Central once again turned the ball over late. They were down 26-21 at Wheeling Central. Played well, just shot themselves in the foot a couple too many times, and Glen got down 34-0 to Weir, and then Dakota Price went on a 65-yard run. I think it gave a little life to the Oak Glen sidelines. It ended up being 42-28. So a nice comeback by Oak Glen. I think winning the rest of the game 28-8.
Mm-hmm.
So, but both teams cannot turn the ball over. You just can't. You just can't.
Dakota Price is a special player. Tony Barber looked good back at quarterback for Central. Nice to have a veteran presence there. He got experience in the role last year, threw over 200 yards in the opening game. So, if they can spread the ball out, I think 5 different players ran the ball for him too. So that
for Steubenville Central,
yeah,
and one of the guys wasn't even in uniform yet. One of the seniors who was injured during preseason, so they're hoping to get him back, which is another weapon for them. Mm-hmm. Glen did a nice job running the ball with Dakota Price. Lance Collins did a good job behind at quarterback. once they withstood the Weir blitz, so to speak, they did a nice job staying in the game and make Weir do some business.
Yep. Obviously, Weir did what they needed to do to get the win early, but they didn't make it easy for him in the second half.
No, there's no two ways about that. So what do you think of Roy McIlroy's chances? Any good?
Is he playing? He's not hurt anymore. He's not doing any freak injuries. Gonna put him on crutches or anything.
He's not in the kick around, as they call it.
No.
Playing a little football.
Tiger. You like Tiger too?
I've never been a Tiger fan, but Tiger's not even in the playoffs because he's like number 7,000 in the world or whatever it is. Yeah. I think he started the season like in the top 30, and now he's in the 300s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fall from grace. We missed one game. Ursuline Benedictine. Two good Northeast Ohio Catholic schools going at each other.
Mr. Ursuline.
State champion. Another state champion coming into.
Okay. I know you picked Ursuline because it's law.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. What do you think, really?
True. They're both new look teams. Benedictine lost a lot of guys. Ursuline lost a lot too, but Ursuline's big. Ursuline is pretty.
Really?
Yep. I think they shut them down.
Wow. Was that your heart talking or?
21-17 final Ursuline.
21-17. Wow. That is your heart talking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I watched Benedictine play last year against Big Red, and Benedictine is really good.
Yes.
I understand they lost kids because everyone does, but Benedictine is really solid.
Yep.
Ursuline Benedictine, seriously, dude?
It's on our picks. You can see it in the football extra that's coming out today.
Yeah, today it is coming out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty more good stuff.
McElwain, how many places are these being sold, give or take? How many? A dozen?
Yes.
Okay.
Including Mike Mathison's backyard.
No, I don't have a backyard.
With have your son set up a lemonade stand and he can sell these too.
He'd drink the profits. He'd drink all the lemonade profits. Seriously. He's not doing anything. All he's doing is going to like EGCC online. He didn't have to get up in the morning to go to school.
Neither do I. To go to work.
Yeah, but you paid your dues.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Speaking of which, seriously, how did you ever get around at WVU? That's not even. There's no such thing as a campus.
Plus, now I was there yesterday. The main road, University Boulevard, that connects both campuses, closed.
Are you serious?
There's
why?
Construction. They tore down a bunch of houses, building up new apartments, and those lanes are. The 2-lane roads are basically just glorified 1.5-lane roads. It's like Cosmo Kramer went by and
out his door. He's got the black paint going.
Yeah. But so University Boulevard is closed, and you got to go around some back ways. But luckily, when I was down there, I was able to get by okay. But I can't imagine how it's Saturday night in the morning, going to class, coming home from class at 5 in the evening. So good luck to my fellow Mountaineers as they get around Morgantown. Yeah. Luckily for my brother, he lives close to the music campus where he has all his classes, so he doesn't have to go from back and forth.
Okay. So not that anyone cares, but are your Mountaineers going to be any good?
Yeah.
See, his heart's talking again, folks. His heart's talking again. I know the defense is going to be good, led by Mr. Shaq Petaway from Big Red.
Yep,
obviously the defense is getting better than it has been, correct?
Oh, yeah. And they've improved every year, too. That first year in the Big 12, they were terrible.
They had to score 75 to win.
Against Baylor. But they've improved each year, and they're going to be the best defense in the Big 12. They were the second.
Wow.
They were only behind Texas last year in terms of scoring defense.
Okay.
So I think they shut
teams
down.
You heard it here first. The best defense in the Big 12.
And they've been used to throwing the ball to NFL caliber wide receivers.
They don't have any of those.
Look for Russell Shell.
Russell Shell, former Pitt running back, correct?
Mm-hmm. And
wow.
I like it. I like that.
Former Pitt running
leaving
back?
Pitt in the dust, coming to WVU.
So, Script Pitt is coming back next year.
Yeah, it's ugly. 9 wins for the Mountaineers, 4th place in the Big 12.
So where are you going to be Friday night? Toronto.
Yep.
Bridgeport at Toronto.
Good things happen when I watch games.
I'm going to be at Harrison Central Weir taking pictures, while Mr. McElwain will be at Steubenville Big Red taking pictures, and I'm heading down to Toronto to take pictures.
Lots of good coverage this weekend.
Oh, good stuff in the paper. Yes, sir. Mike, are we ready?
We're done.
Ooh, he spoke. Wow.
Transition, cut.
Say goodbye.
You know what we don't have here? The Pirate Panda. Oh, it's right there.
He even sticks around for football season.
So, I just made a mistake by saying that. I am just a moron, like my son. See ya. Bye. See you next week. See you next week. Bye. Are you bloopering right now?
Perhaps.
We were too good, though, to even provide any laughs at the end.
Gnarly.
Oh, gnarly.